Hey, what's up, everybody? Luke Rangel with Success Hacks. And in episode 2, we're going to be talking about the only two things you need, the two most important things you need in a brand new business. 6 years of college, 3 different campuses, 0 degrees to prove any of it. It's everything I learned outside of college that has helped me build a 6-figure and a $500,000 business. My name is Luke Rangel, and I will give you the success hacks that no professor out there will teach you. If all my failures have taught me anything, it is that success is nothing you can learn or read in a textbook. College will make you a living. Success hacks will make you a fortune. This is how you become successful without going to college. All right, welcome back to Success Hacks. Like I said before, we're going to be talking about the two things you need, the two most important things you need for all brand new business people, for all new entrepreneurs. If you have a startup, this is the most important task, and I will share with you where most people, including myself, make huge mistakes. And ever since I learned these two things, this is how my gym business has blown up in the last 4 or 5 months. And the two things that I'm going to be talking about, number 1 is marketing, number 2 is sales. So if you're not good at any of those two things, learn to be good at those two things. Or if you have the money, pay somebody. But if you don't have the money, then you have to put in the time to do it. And the reason so the biggest mistakes a lot of people make is when they open up a brand new business, they focus on things that just keep them busy. It's a lot of work when you open up a new business. You have to get business licenses. You have to get everything that the city asks you to get just to make sure you're qualified to open. But then it doesn't stop there. The brand new entrepreneur thinks they need a website. The brand new person thinks their office has to look nice. They focus on everything that does not generate money. Right now, in a brand new business, even if you're in a network marketing business, a home-based business, the only things you need is marketing and sales to grow to your first business, to become profitable, and then you could start enjoying some other things as well. So marketing, we'll start with marketing. The marketing is even more important than sales right now. When it comes down to marketing, all marketing is meant for is to give you leads. Leads is the lifeblood of any business. This is what will give you confidence to not only succeed in the business you're in, but if you have more ventures outside of this, or if you want to create a new product for your business, this is going to give you the confidence you need, knowing that you can get leads to actually make the sales. And let me share our experience. So when we opened up Anatomy Fitness, the biggest worry that I had in the first months when we were struggling was, where do we get leads from? Like, we had leads coming in, but I didn't know exactly where they were coming from. And more importantly, I didn't know how to generate more ways of getting leads. And so I was in a few Facebook groups with a lot of people who own gyms. And I remember I read a comment somewhere saying they were like, they had the system. They knew exactly if they did X, Y, and Z, they knew exactly how many leads they were going to get every single day, every single week, every single month. And based on those leads, they then know their sales percentage, so they could have a very close estimation of what their sales are going to be that week, that month, that year. And I remember reading that, and I had no idea how to do that. Like, how do you know doing whatever you need to do is going to get you so many leads. And at that moment, I knew that is where I needed to focus my attention. Luckily, we got a great mentor, and they taught us. For us, we learned Facebook ads. Facebook ads has been insane. It has tripled, quadrupled our business in the last 4 months, all because of marketing. We spend so much money on marketing and we get so much money back. And now I know if I spend this much money, this is going to result in this many leads. And based on how good we are at the sales, will result in this much money. So knowing that I know how to get leads into our business, this gives me so much confidence knowing that no matter what happens, let's say if all of our members end up leaving, and if you're one of our members listening to this, please don't leave. But if all of our members leave, some unfortunate event, I know we can get more because we're going to get so many leads based on what we're doing, which is going to result in sales, which is going to result in new members. And of course, down the line, the biggest things is retention. Or in other businesses, it's just having people rebuy products, buy your new products, whatever it may be. But number one thing that you need is marketing. How to acquire a customer profitably. And that is the biggest key. And that is the hardest thing. I'm currently reading a book right now, Ready, Fire, Aim. I can't think of the author right now, but it's an amazing book. The author goes through what you need to focus on from a startup to $1 million, from $1 million to $10 million, from $10 million to 100, and then 100 on. And he says the exact same thing. Until you hit your first million, the only thing you're focusing on is marketing and sales. And he mentioned from all the companies that he has helped, the moment that the business finds a way to sell their product profitably is the moment in the next 1 or 2 years they hit $1 million. Usually in the next year and a half. He says it takes a company anywhere from 1 to 5 years to figure out how to do that. But the moment they figure that out, they hit $1 million very quickly. And so the next thing, once you have the leads, of course, is sales. So if you're not a salesperson, you have to become a salesperson. And just the fact that you're telling yourself you're not a salesperson is the biggest mistake you could make. Every single person in this world, no matter what job you have, you are a salesperson. If you are married, you had to sell yourself to your spouse to get them to agree to live with you the rest of your life. That is a huge deal. That is the biggest sell you ever have to make. If you want a promotion at your job, you have to sell yourself. You have to sell your boss on why you deserve that promotion. Everything in life is sales. And the best way to go about it, if you truly believe in what you do, you never have to sell anything. For example, our main sales in our gym is to get people to live a healthier lifestyle. I truly believe you cannot live your best life unhealthy. If you are unhealthy, your relationships are going to suffer, your job, your career is going to suffer, your faith is going to suffer. Everything in your life will suffer because you truly aren't 100% happy with yourself, because you know you could be better, because you can be healthier, you could have more energy, whatever that may be. That is why it is our sales is anywhere from 70 to 80% of everybody who walks in. And it's because they see the conviction when we talk to them. It's because they see the passion when we talk to them. We're not trying to take anybody's money. All we want them to do is invest into themselves so they can have a better life. And that is the whole key when it comes to sales. So if you're struggling with sales, stop thinking about the money and start thinking how you can help other people. And that's all business is when you wrap it up. We are problem solvers. People have problems, and we create the solutions for their problems. And if we don't sell it to them, we're not doing them justice. So it is worse to let someone know they have a problem and not give them something they could buy as a solution. And again, this is just in the very beginning. The other stuff, websites, everything else is just not important right now. And I made the same mistakes. And I see our personal trainers make a lot of mistakes too. They think they need a fancy Instagram. They think they need business cards. They think they need to do all this stuff. And none of that is important. I used to want a website so bad for our gym. And I don't even know what's on our website anymore. I think we maybe have one lead come into our gym from our website like once every 3 to 6 months. Websites are old news these days. It's all about funnels, which I'll talk about on another podcast. They're not important right now. But if you're brand new to the business, or if you're struggling, or if you just need some tips or just make some extra money, number one, focus on marketing. How can you sell your product at a profit? And then focus on how are you going to sell that? What's your sell algorithm, I guess you could say? What's your sell structure on how you're going to put that into the consumer's hand? Once you figure those two things out, that can take you to the $1 million. That is what's going to take us to the $1 million. And then once we're there, then we could start focusing on other things that aren't as crucial. But the lifeblood of any business, no matter what stage you're in, the lifeblood is getting potential customers to you and then being able to sell them your product. And that is it for this podcast. I want to thank you guys for listening. Again, these are going to be very short. These are going to be straight to the point. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please rate the podcast. And I will catch you guys on the next